You've been trained by the man, the myth, the legend, Father Ripperger, so I'm sure you've got all kinds of things you can help me out with. But could you just define for our audience a little bit what the heck is mental health? Because that phrase gets thrown around all the time, and I feel like people actually don't know what it means.
Yeah, so it depends on who you're asking, because there's a modern, secular definition of what mental health is. And I think even within that realm, there's a lot of disagreement on what it is, and it's kind of vague. And then there's the Thomistic, what St. Thomas would say mental health is. I'm going to read you what mental health is according to the American Psychological Association. Okay, it is a state of mind characterized by emotional well-being, good behavioral adjustment, relative freedom from anxiety and disabling symptoms, and a capacity to establish constructive relationships and cope with ordinary demands and stresses of life. So it doesn't necessarily tell you what is mental health. It kind of describes what it could look like if you are, I guess, mentally healthy. Um, St. Thomas has a different definition. I'll kind of summarize it. Basically, what he says is mental health is when your faculties, designed by God Himself, are operating the way they were designed. It's kind of like when the car is operating the way the manufacturer wanted it to operate, you got a healthy vehicle, right? That's pretty much what mental health is. And he specifies that pretty much your intellect is the key faculty. When your intellect, which is able to understand truth, can understand it, that can judge truth as it is and reason through properly without any infringement, impediment, you name it, that is a mentally healthy person. That's
Yeah.
mental health.
Yeah, it's kind of like the first definition sounds like, what does it mean to be healthy?